Hello, hello, hello. So, today we're going to be going over all of the evidence items in Bureau of Contacts. So, this is a new ghost hunting game that will be coming out on the 20th, so from when this is being filmed, about 2 days from now. Now, this tutorial is going to be based on the playtesting build of the game that was given to me. So, things may have changed by release, and things may have changed by the time you've played this, but I wanted to kind of go over how to use each of the evidence, how to read it, all of that good stuff. So, hope you enjoy. So, let's start with this. You're going to come up here, you left click to see it, and this is all of the stuff. I don't have the sedative medication unlocked yet, but to buy the items, you go to the shop here and click. You can also sell your items for half the price, and then to add them, you click here. So, I've been adding, for multiplayer, I play with another friend, so we have 3 of everything. I'm playing solo right now, so this isn't needed, so I will be removing them. I do have the suitcase. I mostly use this for bringing exorcism items. You need 4 ritual candles to complete the exorcism. I will not be showing that in this video. I will be mostly focusing on evidence, but I like to bring 5 just in case. You'll need 1 chalk for the exorcism. And if you are doing the exorcism, you do need at least 1 crucifix to complete it. Not always, but we will go over that eventually. I like to use the ghost projector to see where it is. I also bring salt. I never really use it. And then cameras are a great way to get more money. You take photos of traps, evidence, and the ghost itself. Over here you choose the map. Right now there's only one, so we choose the house on the hill. And we start. If you're in multiplayer, you click here to ready up. So, you have 4 slots. I usually start by bringing in a flashlight, EMF, a book, and a UV lamp. I turn all of these on. Now, in this game, almost all of the ghosts have all 4 types of evidence. So there's EMF, temperature, UV, and writing. Now, some of this is misspelled at the moment. So, the evidence in this game is centered in what's called an anomaly, where there is a certain area where that evidence is given, and it gets stronger as you get closer to the center. So, I usually start by going straight to the breaker, which is just this way. That sand from the ceiling is trapped. It kind of blinds you for a second and makes you cough. You can turn on the breaker. If there is a fuse that you find, you can put it in for another 2 lights. By default, you start with 2. So now I can have 4 lights instead of 2 on. Now I usually do my setup over here. I will turn on these 2 lights. Then I go in here and turn on these 2 lights. So, UV, you're going to be looking for footprints on the floor. So I'm going to skip to where I see those. That is what I meant by that. Trap will kind of blind you for a moment. So, we see these footsteps, and we follow them. So now we find this symbol in the book. That looks like that. So, that's the symbol we're seeing on the ground, so we have esoteric runes. Okay, here's another example of a rune. So let's see if we can find this one. It's like an L with a thing through it. Dot on the top. That one. It's cryptographic. So that's an example of a cryptographic rune. So we put that there. Next, EMF. You hold this in your hand and you walk around the house until the meter starts moving. Okay, here we are. So, you're going to follow it until you get to 5 and then past that. So this is heartbeat. You can tell it's heartbeat because the resting state of it is in 3, in the middle of 3. So it goes up, down, pause. Up, down, pause. That tells you that it's heartbeat. Now with EMF, this right here, what we're seeing here, this is not evidence. When you start seeing your meter moving, you need to follow it until it gets to 5, and then once you get past 5, that's your actual evidence state. So this is not, as of now, it's not explained very well in the game. It could be changed. Oh, we're gonna get it this time? This is chaotic. So you know how its rest state is at 0 and it's very fast moving? That is chaotic EMF. So it is very speedy. If it were wavelength, it would be much slower than that. So we know it's not wavelength, and its resting state is not at 3, so it's not EMF either. Hi there, how you doing? Now let's move on to writing evidence. Now, writing evidence works differently in this game compared to pretty much any of the other ghost hunting games I know of, in that the ghost is not the one writing the book, you are. So, while you're walking around normally, you're going to see these types of circles while you're writing. However, that will change, and you'll start seeing triangles. We're going to skip to that now. Oh. First there's an eyeball. Okay, so this is an example, finally, of writing. So these are all symbols. You've got the sigil of Baphomet, 3 6s, a pentagram. All of these are symbols. So, when we go back to a place that there's not an eyeball, I would put in symbols. So now it's down to Banshee Yokai. And because we had chaotic EMF, we know it's a Banshee. And there we go. That is figuring out the ghost and using the evidences. I really wish I had some advice for using the thermometer, but honestly, I can't get it to work. What I can tell you is base it off of the room you're actually in. For example, this room is not actually inside, technically. This is outside. So don't use this room to determine your thermo, but other than that, I really don't have much advice. The last thing I want to show in this video is setting up the spirit box. That'll be the last thing for this video, then I will do a separate video on the exorcism. So the writing and the runes, you can get a photo of these and base it off of that. When you close your book and reopen it, it will continue to have the last thing you had, so you can bring your book outside. You can also just take a photo or a screenshot of your runes. So, spirit box. Main gimmick of the game. You place it down by pressing and holding G until the white outline shows up. Okay. As I was saying. So we're going to get there. We're going to press and hold G to put it down until there's a white outline. And we're going to click this. It's going to make a noise. Then you click and hold and move to turn the dial until that reddish light turns blue. And then you can use V or whatever you said is your push to talk to ask your question. So for example, what is your name?
Once, I was known as Natalie Mitchell.
And there you go. That is how you use the spirit box. After you ask your question, you need to wait a few seconds until it starts going up before you step away, otherwise it may not recognize it. Your voice won't sound like that. Mine's just sounding like that because I'm out of spiritualism, which I don't understand the point of and may not even be in the game when it launches for you guys. But that is what I'm going to go over for today's video. I will do a separate video on the exorcism. I hope this was helpful. If you have your own tips for any of these, but especially the thermometer, leave them below. I would love to hear them. I play this game quite a bit and will be in coming weeks and months, so if you want to see this stuff live, twitch.tv/KINDASPIA. We also have a Discord that you can see in my panels there if you'd like to join that as well. But yeah, I think that'll be it for me. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope this was helpful. Hope you have a good one. Bye.